Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Dowrow here with another Options in Play video update. Thanks to those of you that stuck around for yesterday's option session. We talked about a lot of different things. That's usually how these sessions go. In addition to kind of going over the state of like the calendar and what to look forward to or what's coming up in terms of like catalysts and events and earnings, right? We also talked about just like the setup on like the indices, like the Qs, the spiders, and just some of what's been going on trading wise and how that impacts some of the things we do. So if you weren't able to make it and you had any questions about something we talked about, feel free to shoot me a message. All right. One of the charts we spent some time breaking down actually was USO, and this is really shaping up as just a picture perfect pennant, right? It's one of those setups where I'm sure you've heard me talk about, the make or break. Something has to give setup, right? Like something is going to happen, and it seems like whatever happens is going to lead to like a large move. Okay, meaning over the last 3 months, you can see very clearly that USO has stalled around like this 82 to 82.50 level several times, right? Broke above it, March, huge reversal back down, and then since that big reversal, it's hit it several times, and each time it's failed. Yesterday, pushed through it, closed above it, right? However, today, reversal to give it all back, and now it's sliding back below. One of the things we mentioned was the volume profile yesterday, right? So on a resolution of a pattern like that, where it's pushing through 2 to 3 month resistance, you would have liked to see the volume profile better, and it wasn't. So that was one of like the signs to me, the saying that like, okay, it looks great, but it might not be ready yet. Today was going to be an important day to really kind of gauge whether or not it was going to go, right? The volume yesterday was not high, and then today it's actually even lower. So that isn't like a like a really strong indicator of anything. It just means that there's still not that participation here. Now, the reason why I think it's like an interesting setup is because if it does break out, right, there's a clear gap fill, 85 and a half, give or take, right? And then above that, you're looking for a retest of the March high, which is 87, almost 88, right? So with it around 82, I mean, you could be looking at 5 to 6 points higher, right? Similarly, and you can just use the last 3 times as a good gauge. I mean, when it failed, $7 lower a few sessions later. When it failed, $7 lower a few sessions later. Fails, guess what? $7 lower a few sessions later. So, I mean, to me, there seems to be a path for 5 to 6 points on the upside, and the last 3 times it's failed here, it's had moves of anywhere from like 6 to 9 points on the downside in a matter of days. So, right, if it breaks out, there's room higher. If it fails, there's room lower. This to me seems like a make or break setup. Timing, probably like 2 weeks, right? I mean, if it's going to break out, it should happen soon. If it's going to fail, it should happen soon. So, I mean, it could happen less than 2 weeks, but the 2 week window, right, might give you a little bit of flexibility if it doesn't happen immediately. Whereas, weekly options, you need the thing to move right away. Okay, so definitely an interesting setup, and I mean, obviously, what oil does is going to impact energy, so there could be some movement in energy stocks too, depending on the outcome of this pennant here on USO. So something to keep an eye on. If you hadn't been paying attention, maybe you want to take a look. Okay. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information about trading these types of setups, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options in play. Hope you have a great night. Stay well, and I'll talk to you